I want you to know that I do this all for y'all, because I'm sitting in the car. It's approximately 95 degrees outside. I'm trying to shoot this exhaust video to give y'all the sound of how good this thing sounds. This car sounds so good. I mean, mwah. I've achieved bliss. Now, I want to just preface this by saying I'm gonna give you all the sounds and all the angles and all those things like that, but please bear with me. If you start seeing this hat start turning from cream color to dark brown, it's because I'm on fire, okay? But anyways, this is the exhaust video. This is the one I told you I was gonna do. This is the one that we're gonna hear the sound. We're gonna hear the way the car drives. We're gonna put one on the car. I'm gonna put a mic on the car. I'm gonna drive up and down the street at aggressive speeds that may or may not get me the attention of people that I don't want to get the attention of. So, like and subscribe. We're back. Here's what's going on. We're gonna do this video, okay? We're gonna try to do it as properly as we possibly can. But see, right now, you're gonna look at the back of this car. I'm gonna start the car up. We're gonna hear the idle. It's not a cold start. It's a very warm, hot start, honestly, because I already been driving the car for a while because I just wanted to do a drive. So it's not a cold start. In case anybody wants to know what a cold start sounds like, go to my original video, my install, because when the install was done at the end of the video, I do a cold start, so that gives you an idea. This is a warm start. Let's listen. Let's pay attention. Here's the tonality. I'm gathering it under the microphones I have that should do a decent job. Let's see what we got, all right? Here goes the start. Sorry if you hear the beeping of the interior of the car. Okay, now we're done. All right, that's the idle. Nice tone. Now I'm gonna do some revs. I'm doing it right now. We're at 1,000 RPMs. That was like 3,000. I'll try to do 2. It's like 2.5. That was 4. 4 again. 5,000. 6,000. 7,000. 5,000. 4,000. 3,000. 2, 1, you know what it is. Back to idle. Now we're gonna go back up to red line. Then we're coming back down to idle. You thought I was joking when I said that thing sounded amazing, huh? I know you probably thought like, CarQuicks probably gassing it up because he probably got the exhaust for free and he didn't have to do nothing. No, I told you, this 6-element exhaust was always on the top of my list because the design, the fact that it had a muffler and a resonator. I'm using a 2J Racing resonated mid-pipe with an MST Performance downpipe to the 6-element dual exhaust, which has a resonator and a muffler. That is how that sound is achieved, that clean, crisp. It doesn't have, to me, let me say to me, because somebody's gonna hear this and probably not be able to get all the little fine nuances that I can hear in person and say, yo, it doesn't sound that great to me. To me, it sounds great, nice, clean, crisp, no rasp that is overly, it might have a little bit, but kind of the right amount. Now, under load, it sounds even better. So we're gonna set y'all up. I'm gonna drive down the street and pass this camera with some type of setup. I don't know, maybe I'll track the car, but we're gonna get to that right now. Peace. told you I'm gonna get you multiple sound areas. Okay, so I hope you've been enjoying this video, because I've been running around the streets trying to find angles to catch this exhaust. So hopefully it's coming across as it should, that I'm conveying the sound. Okay, let's get back to it. We're gonna do a little bit of acceleration right here so you can kind of hear from a distance, and then I'm gonna mic up the car, and then we're gonna go for a drive. Okay, all right. So here's my review. Okay, let's kind of talk about what that is. Let me shut this car off real quick. I think that this exhaust sounds absolutely fantastic. I mean, not even, I've heard AWE, I've heard 2J Racing, I've heard HKS, I've heard AFE, I've heard FI, I've heard Miltech, I've heard, who else? DC Sports One, even though it's not out yet, but I've heard a lot of exhausts, right? Anybody that has a GR Corolla, we probably spent a large majority of our time trying to find out what exhaust tone would sound good on this car, because a unique 3-cylinder that it is, it makes it a little bit difficult to just find any old exhaust that'll make it sound good. We don't have like a boxer engine that has that nice deep rumble automatically. We don't have necessarily inline, 4-cylinders and inline 6s that kind of pick up good sound in general. Trying to straight pipe this car, trying to put on, no catted, decatted downpipe and straight exhaust out the back, just pipes, it doesn't sound good. It sounds raspy. It sounds ugly to me. Now, this is all subjective to your ears and what you decide that you like to hear and what you want to hear. I personally don't like the way those sounded. So I was on a path of trying to get to a certain tone. I heard certain exhausts on GR Yaris's in the UK and in Japan that had that tone I was looking for. Some of those companies don't make exhausts for the GR Corolla, so we're kind of left with what we're left with. But in general, the way this sounds now, to me, is about perfect. I do want to try some other exhaust though. So there are some other companies that I want to work with and talk to and say, hey, I want to test out and run the exhaust that you were doing. So I don't know yet. I'm sold. Solid. Okay, but it can change. So here's what I'm running. So if anybody's listening to this video and they want to know what are you running to get your exhaust to sound like that, because I'm not going to say it's going to sound exactly like this if you put the 6-element dual exhaust on your GR Corolla, because I have some other components. So one of the main things I have that is truly probably changing the entire tone of what I'm doing is I'm running a 2J Racing resonated mid-pipe. 6-element makes a mid-pipe. It's just not resonated. And there are other companies that make a downpipe to basically the mid-pipe section all the way back. It's not resonated. It's just catted downpipe all the way back or decatted. I'm running an MST downpipe. Now, MST Performance makes a very high quality product, but it's a simplified, it's almost like a high flow cat, as opposed to an entire piece that flows down to a downpipe. The piece that connects back to the mid-pipe is a much wider opening than it was on OEM, but I'm not going to tell you that it's an entire one piece going down. No, it is separated. I have the MST downpipe that then comes into the 2J Racing mid-pipe that is resonated. And also the 2J Racing mid-pipe is made from very high quality T304 stainless that is much thicker than even the 6-element exhaust. So that plays a role too in how this sounds. So for the sake of this video, so you know, MST Performance downpipe, put it right here. 2J Racing resonated mid-pipe, right here. And then the 6-element GR Corolla dual exhaust. And this is how I got this sound. Now, I'm going to start the car right now because I was trying to talk to y'all without the AC on, but that's about to turn into a whole other story right now because I'm already blazing, okay? So, let me turn some air on. If you hear the air blowing, forgive me. So, back to my little review. I think the car sounds great. I like how the tips look. I like blue flame tips. I've heard that might be considered not that cool anymore. Guess what? Oh, well, I'm still rocking them, and I will remain rocking them until otherwise notified. Okay, so the exhaust to me sounds good. The quality of the exhaust itself, from the stainless steel they use, from the welds they have on it, from the flange that goes to the mid-pipe, even though it has slip joints. And I know sometimes that's a knock to exhaust manufacturers because us performance guys, us people that like aesthetics, we like to see flanges and things, you know, nicely welded and bolted down. But I will say, having put the exhaust on and having seen how tight and how secure everything got, I'm a believer in how they have this set up. And I think it actually is very, very good. And it does simplify a lot of the installation process. Because if you saw my video, if you haven't, right here, the installation was easy, except for that one, you know, exhaust hanger that tried to hold on for dear life. But the quality of the exhaust from 6-element is very good. The way it sounds is excellent. The way it's put together is excellent. The packaging was excellent. The instructions are excellent. As far as if you're looking at the YouTube video, I didn't really look at it, but I mean, if you want to reference it, it's very good because I did at least peek at it. Everything, and the presentation, the shipping, the company, has been a great experience, and I think they are one of the people that should get a little bit more, not even a little bit, they should get more notice on the parts that they're making for the GR Corolla, because from their front mount intercooler, the inlet piping, the charge pipes, the exhaust, I have seen every one of the major parts that they have for the GR Corolla, including the rear pitch mount that I run as well. My friend Hachi Brewer runs the front mount. We have the charge pipes. We have the turbo inlet. I now have the exhaust. Somebody ran the bushings they had for the transmission. I've been through their catalog, and every one of their parts delivers flawlessly. So shout out to them guys. Great products, great sound. If you're thinking about an exhaust, there's so many out there. There are so many that are excellent and good. Some that are from titanium, stainless, HKS, JDM company. There's plenty of other companies that make quality, high quality parts. So it's not just me. It's not just 6-element. It's not just 2J Racing. It's not just MST Performance. Find out what you like. This combination for me, we are set now. Now I'm gonna get into aesthetics, right? I got my sound, I got my exhaust now. What's next? Stay tuned. That's all I can say. Stay tuned, because we got some stuff coming. It's CarQuicks, GR Corolla, driving impression sound with the 6-element dual exhaust for the GR Corolla. Round of applause to you guys. I'm gonna see y'all around. If you see me in the streets, holla. If you haven't subscribed, if you got to the end of this video and you like it and you haven't liked or you dislike it, whatever you may feel about me or this video, hey, express your feelings, okay? This is an open forum. We're here to discuss and have a conversation. Until then, check the podcast. Episode 62 is probably coming out soon. I got another video for a car install showing up as well too, so keep your eyes peeled. It's Cameron Biggs. I'm out. Peace.